Hi Scorpio, welcome to your February 2021 love and general reading. I am Gemstone Tarot, you are Scorpio, I think. I mean, you may be, cross-watching, that's perfectly all right as well. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, cross-watchers, Venus. There'll be a message for you if you have stumbled across this video. Okay, Scorpio. Ooh. There's a sense of moving away from something in February. I just saw a flash of the Eight of Cups in the shuffle. And yeah, it feels important. Oh, nice. Six of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Hello. Okay. There will be an extended reading, Scorpio, as usual, and the link will be below in the description box. Wow. You're certainly not going to be bored in February, that's for sure. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of movement. Scorpio, it feels like, just from an initial look at these cards, that in 2020 you were dealing with a situation. Gosh. Yeah, okay, now it's happening. You were dealing with a situation or a person, possibly a fire sign, or a fire sign situation, if that makes sense, whereby you felt like they were holding something back. I'm going to look at the bottom. And maybe you're right. Usually Scorpios are right, because you have that sixth sense for something going on or someone not telling you something, I always call Scorpio the emotional detective. Sometimes that's a blessing and sometimes it's not. I feel like 2020, particularly maybe in the second half of 2020, there's been a build-up here of you wanting to know the truth about something, wanting to know, maybe even if it's a difficult truth, you just want to know. And for some reason, you feel this truth might set you free, okay? And you're probably right. We got the Six of Swords, moving away from difficulty to calmer waters. Now, 2021, I think, got off to quite a slow start for all star signs. Scorpio is not a fast sign anyway. You're not a sign that's going to zip through things or take your chances or be particularly impetuous. Scorpio is careful. You may in 2020, particularly in the run-up to Christmas, have been gathering some kind of data about something or somebody. Now, this might be literal in that you've been, let's say if it was a work situation, you've been looking at the numbers, or if it's about your own business or about buying someone else's business or just someone else's business, as in maybe not even their financial business, but let's say, you've got a friend who's been confiding in you about something. You might have been checking out their story, okay? Or if there's a rumour about you or a rumour about them or a rumour about your friendship group, you're checking the facts. This is fact checking. Now, sometimes in our bid to get information, we miss some information. Or sometimes, and this is just my take on things, the universe isn't invested in giving you the information at certain points in time. And you can rattle the handle of that door as much as you like and be as investigative as you want, and nothing comes back to you. And then when you kind of leave it, or you give up, or you usually give up, there it is. An accidental email, someone blabs something to you, you read something, you stumble on it on social media, however it is, it comes to you, okay? Because over here I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a fickle card, isn't it? Because the Wheel of Fortune means things are changing, things are moving, things will be different, okay? But sometimes the Wheel of Fortune is for the better, Sometimes it's for the worse, and sometimes you can't quite tell if it's the better or the worse or both, okay? I think in 2020 it was quite evasive. Sorry, I'm just moving my creaky seat and my hot water bottle. I feel like it was invasive, and I feel like you felt, if you only knew X, Y, and Z about a particular person, whether it's a work person or a romantic person, and for some of you it's a romantic person, you know, a significant other of some kind, you felt like if you could only know this particular thing, you could take a decision, you could actually draw a line, you could be in or you could be out. Now, it might be that for some of you this is across the board, to do with how you work and to do with your relationships. You know, it could be to do with a friendship group and a significant other. It feels like it's kind of doubled up a bit. Now, something happens, I think. We enter February in Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. So I think that's quite beneficial to you in terms of finding things out, because you get, with Mercury retrograde, although it's got all the irritating stuff that people talk about, you know, with your phone breaking and, you know, miscommunication, yes, the advantage of Mercury retrograde is finding things out randomly that you wouldn't have known before. Information bobs up in the weirdest places. It can happen to you, as in you can accidentally send that text to the wrong person, but equally they can send that text to the wrong person too, and that wrong person might just be you. It's that kind of feeling, accidental knowledge mixed with some detective work that you'd already done in 2020 comes together. Finally, the Wheel of Fortune throws you a bone, is what I'm saying. Now, for some of you, this is about somebody you are in separation from, I think. I don't know why I think that, but I do. King of Wands, fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or anybody who exhibits quite a lot of self-confidence. On the flip side, it can be someone who's bordering on player energy, but it's definitely energy that is strong and magnetic, okay? This may be somebody you had quite strong chemistry with. Now, for those of you that are single, this can be meeting somebody, however that can happen in the times that we're in at the moment, but it still can. Meeting somebody who, even if it's meeting over the internet, will come across with a strong game, okay? It will be confident, they will be able to approach you, you know, there'll be no faff, there'll be no doubt, there'll be none of that normal kind of, you know, I just wonder if I just be boom, straight in there, okay? I think you might appreciate that, but at the same time, Scorpio, particularly if you were burned in 2020, I think you're going to have your detective hat on, and I think that would be a good thing. So, what I'm trying to say is, whether this is someone new that you meet, or a new job situation, or any kind of new connection coming in, I feel you would be wise to be very scorpionic about it, to be very clinical, to be very forensic, okay? Because that's what you're very good at, and for good reason sometimes. And I feel like this is good reason. If this is an existing relationship that you're worried about what's going on behind the scenes, yeah, I do feel that there is something that you need to know, and I do feel that you get to know it. And I've had this for a couple of star signs this month. I had it for Aquarius and I had it for Gemini as well. That it's the kind of month where you are going to find stuff out in the weirdest ways, okay? So next to the Six of Swords, I've got the Knight of Cups, a gorgeous card. It's a gift, it's a love gift, it can be an apology, it's an overture, it's someone coming forward, it's an offer. You know, the Knight of Cups has upgraded from the page. It's like, here I am, hello. But it's also, for me, it's running into the Seven of Swords, okay? He gallops straight on into the Seven of Swords, which makes the Seven of Swords a gift. Now, sometimes the Seven of Swords is a gift, okay? Sometimes the Seven of Swords is a gift. I'm sorry, Valentine the cat. If you watch my daily readings, you will know Valentine. I'm just going to let her in because she's missing out. Hang on. Sorry about that. She's all covered in water as well. Here she goes. Say hi, Valentine. You were so desperate to come in and say hello to Scorpio, weren't you? Yes, you settle down, sweetheart. Actually, I have to say, it's very auspicious having Valentine break into your reading. Okay, the Knight of Cups is going into the Seven of Swords, and I feel like it gives you a gift. It cracks the egg. It tells you something. It lifts the seal on a secret. It kind of barges into it in an accidental way. Now, this might be literally a conversation with somebody where they blurt something. That can also be the same. In other words, you know, if you've been in separation with somebody, maybe they get in contact with you, you start talking to them, they didn't intend to tell you the truth about something, but they end up telling it to you anyway. Or maybe because you're a Scorpio, they just say something and you think, ah, okay, now I know where you were. Or I know from the way you said it. Something very subtle, Scorpio, okay? That's all it's going to take for you. It's not going to take much, but it's not going to be from your asking. It's not going to be from investigating. Now, I know that normally that is a very good path to follow, okay? But what I'm trying to say is have faith that this will be revealed to you, okay? With the King of Wands, I get the Death card, which is Scorpio. Transformation. But also when you get your own star sign card, it means be scorpionic. Be that Mars-driven water sign psychic detective, okay? You can afford to kind of take a step back and say, I've done what I need to do. The universe is bringing me the answers to this, okay? Now, there may be, I've got the Nine of Swords, okay? There may be some, you may have had some difficulties over this. You don't know who to believe. You didn't know what to believe. You've sat up a bit. You've pondered over it. You've had some sleepless nights with that Nine of Swords. Just looking for my hot water bowl. Val, have you nicked my hot water bowl? There it is. Yeah, you may have had some sleepless nights, some paranoia, some lost time over it, some anxiety. But I do feel probably when the sun goes into Pisces, and this is around the 20th of February, 19th, something like that, you get that kind of sun moving into a water sign energy helps you. It also helps your kind of 12th house psychic hidden side to become a lot more dominant. If you are practicing any kind of tarot, or if you feel like using your gifts around that time, that would be a really good time to put it out there to the universe, okay? Because I feel that this message will come back to you either through tarot. Do you know, for Aquarius and Gemini, and I'm getting it for you as well, so I don't know, it could be an air sign that you're dealing with or a fire sign. I'm getting the idea of a message in a bottle, and I've had it for both of those signs, and I've got it for you as well. That's, you know, a message in a bottle where somebody really needs to say something, but they take that random chance and put it inside a bottle which they throw in the sea, and they don't even know if it's going to get to you. It feels like that, which is strange, but actually not strange at the same time. Definitely leave me a comment, Scorpio. Let me know how that is resonating with you, because it's very kind of clear to me. Over here we've got the Five of Cups. This is about why somebody left. For some of you, it's why somebody left. Here is Psyche and Eros is clearing out, and this is the conjugal couch. They've spent the night together, and he runs off. For some of you, this is a big apology about why somebody left, but at the same time, you find out why they left. And I think that leaves you with clarity and a decision. okay? Because we have the Ace of Swords. You will know beyond reasonable doubt what you needed to know last year, but couldn't for love nor money get anyone to admit, okay? Strange reading, but it's quite clear to me. Two of Wands, then you are put in a position where at least you know you need to make a decision, because you can't make a decision when you don't know what you're dealing with on both sides. And you have had a sense, Scorpio, with this card, this skullduggery, the Seven of Swords. Let me get it in focus. You have had a sense with this card that there's been something under the surface. There's been something shady, I suppose. I can't really put it any other way because it's under cover of night. I mean, I absolutely love this Seven of Swords card, the artwork, you know. It's under cover of night. It's under the moonlight. It's somebody who knows what they're doing, you know. It's like a rehearsed thing. They know what they're doing. They're skulking in the dark. This comes to light for you. Now, I don't know if you get the apps. I don't even know if you need the absolute chapter and verse on what happened. I don't think you do. I think it's a bit like concentrate. And just a couple of drops of information is all you need to build the picture. Because 2020, I think you were building this picture, you were finding this out anyway. And I think now all this does is put a couple of drops of truth serum in and bingo, okay? In your extended reading, Scorpio, I'm going to look into the Seven of Swords. I'm going to look into the shadow side. I'm going to look into the other person, how they feel, what is going on with them, and maybe have a look at what you can do about it based on what comes up, okay? The link's in the description box below. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.